So our swim season has come to an end, and if you live in a cold climate like we do, you're gonna have to close your pool. Today I'm gonna show you what you need to know.
First thing you're gonna do is check for algae on the walls and floors.
Brush the surfaces, skim the water, and clean the skimmer baskets. Now it's a good idea to run your filter for at least a couple days before closing. You also want to do a shock treatment a few days beforehand. Next, you're going to want to check your water balance. You're going to use one of these test strips, place it in the water, pull it out, and check it against the back of the bottle. You're going to want your pH level to be between 7.2 and 7.6. Your chlorine at this time should be at around 4 parts per million. And you're also going to want to add an algicide to prevent algae growth. It's a good idea to backwash your filter one last time. Here's a reminder on how to do it. With the system off, turn the valve to backwash, turn it on, and when the water is clean in the sight glass, it usually takes about 3 to 5 minutes, shut off the filter and turn it to rinse. Run it for about 30 seconds. After that, remove the skimmer baskets and return jets. Now for in-ground pools, you're going to want to lower the water level a couple inches below the skimmer or decorative tile. This is going to keep ice from damaging these areas over the winter. To lower the water, with the filter off, set it to waste. Then close the valves to the skimmer lines so the main drain is open. Turn on the system to drain the water. Now once the water level's low enough, you can turn off the filter. Now if you have a heater, now's the time to turn it off. Ours is already off, so we're gonna move over and start draining the filter. Just remove the drain plug. Now if you have a cartridge or DE filter, now's the time to disassemble it and clean the elements so they're ready for storage. Now the next step is to clear out the lines so the water doesn't freeze and crack the lines. Now if you don't feel comfortable doing this or you have an older pool, call a pro. Now there's several ways to do this. With an air compressor, you're just gonna insert a fitting into the drain plug and connect the air compressor.
Then turn the multi-port valve to close to prevent air from going through the filter. Now using low pressure, blow air through the skimmer lines one at a time. When you see the bubbles, close the skimmers with a freeze plug and vacuum the excess water from the skimmer. Then with the skimmer valves closed, clear the main drain and close the valve. Now turn the multi-port valve to recirculate to blow air through the return jets. When you see bubbles, close the returns with freeze plugs. Then reopen only the skimmer valves for winter.
Back at the skimmers, remove the plugs to add some pool antifreeze. Also, add an ice guard inside the skimmer. As the ice expands, it will squeeze the guard and not crack the housing walls. Remove all the remaining plugs, gauges, and the sight glass on the filter and store them in the pump basket inside the pump. Then disconnect any lines and unplug the system. Then set the multi-port valve halfway between 2 settings to prop the valve open for winter. And cover the system with a tarp. Next, remove and store all your accessories. The last thing to do is to cover the pool. For in-ground pools with safety covers, the first thing we're gonna do is unscrew the anchors around the pool. Pull the cover over the water. You're definitely gonna need some help with this. Try not to let the cover fall in the water. Then pull the straps over the screws. Now during the fall and winter months, you're gonna wanna keep any leaves or heavy snow buildup off the cover. This is an important step if you have a cover that sits on top of the water. And with that, our pool is closed. Want more great ideas and how-tos? Go to lowes.com/howto.